Hello again. This is the second part. I'm sorry. It's a vast area. I realize how long it takes, and I don't want to make too long videos. I don't want to be boring. So I rather have pieces, and you can choose if you want to see the next one or not. But I'm going to dig down a little bit more in the essential oils, and to be able to do that, I need to describe how ancient medicine and philosophies see us and everything in nature. So, take the example of Ayurveda, which I come from. You would describe plants as different, say, compactness, densities, and have different properties. The bark or the stalk is, of course, different from the leaf. Some plants or forms can be more cool, some can be hot, some can be cool when you touch them, but create hot when you eat them. So there is a matrix which is huge because nature is huge. And what these ancient philosophies did was to categorize all this, and that's what we learn in Ayurveda. Human beings also have, as part of nature, a certain prakriti or nature, and they classified it in three, which is then Pitta, Vata, Kapha, and we have two of those that are the major ones. So you get 1/3 from your mom and 1/3 from your dad. It would be your genes, and then you have a natural expression, which is the 1/3 that we can work with. And that is dependent on the environment. Now, if we go to compare with modern science, and I often see us here at Olive as translators, that's our background as well, actually. So, what we do is that we study everything, and when we have the modern study, and we understand that and how they talk, and we come from the old theories, Ayurveda in this case, we can compare them and we realize it's just semantics, it's just different languages for often the same thing. Now, languages also emphasizes and forgets different parts, and that's what I would say has happened in Europe and in Western countries. We've forgotten Greek medicine, Mediterranean, Iberian medicine, etc. But if you go to the old scripts and pick it up again, you see that there is a lot of similarities with countries that haven't forgotten it, like Latin America, Aztec and Mayan medicine, or ancient Ayurveda, Chinese, etc. medicine. And what you want to do to be healthy is to enhance your prana. Prana means life force, or ki in Chinese medicine, or tonali in Aztec medicine, etc. So, actually, the word for it in the Latin languages is espiritu. So, spirit means energy, and then it got hijacked as a word, being the Holy Spirit. But what it means is really only your energetic body. How much can you rise your energy, your spirit? And that is dependent on what you do. So you come with a package from your mom and your dad, and then 1/3 of your prakriti, your nature, will be worked with so that you can create an environment for those 2/3 to either steal your life force or um, enhance it. And so that's the basic background to everything we do. You can eat food that steals that energy, which is, for example, food that doesn't have energy left, refined foods, which has become more of a chemical than organic now, additives, for example. It's also, of course, dead food, which means then, for example, dead bodies. There is no way there can be any life in a dead chicken or a dead cow or pig. And there is not much prana left in foods that has been, even if it's vegan, even if it's a plant, but it's been standing on the shelf for 3 years. There is no prana left. So if you feed your body Only that you're not going to get energy from your food. Now, there are other sources to get energy from, and one thing is working with the olfactory system, and that's what we are talking about when we talk about essential oils. So depending on your nature, we know that certain smells can enhance prana and some others can actually stifle it a little bit. The olfactory system is a very forgotten system because um, it goes, it's very potent. It goes straight through the brain barrier and doesn't get filtered. And you can enhance with the smell much faster than you can with the taste or something else. Flies around here. So let me explain that. When we were out in animals in the jungle, we had a direct highway to a certain reaction from the smells, probably because you didn't have time to look and visually see the tiger. You could only smell it first and then run away, right? So you remember fear through a smell. And most people have memories of, for example, you walk by, you smell something, you get this memory coming from wherever that came from. And that is where it's passing up to the brain without being filtered, so to say, through thought. Yeah, so certain doshas are supposedly liking certain smells if you want to enhance your being. Most people won't. What I learned worked for about 40%. So I would not go on the list so much. They can be indicative to what you could try, but I wouldn't say that this is how it is. I actually never say that. I always say try. And if citruses are supposedly good for pittas, we'll start with that if you're a pitta. Google, look at the lists. For example, essential oils for pitta due to Ayurveda or something. And you will have lists coming up, quite a lot of them. So when you've read 10 lists, you have a pretty good picture of what it could be you should start with. And the way to smell these amazing essential oils, so you can see that not all of them are very oily. Actually, they can be very watery. So it's more just an extract of a plant, right? And what the way to do when you smell it is to be careful because they're very potent. So instead of putting it under your nose and like inhale strong, as I see a lot of people do, this is how you do. You just swipe it under the nose and then you feel. Boom. I love it. This is bergamot. One of my favorites. Not maybe for you, but for me it is. It doesn't matter how shitty I feel. It doesn't matter how I wake up. Hardly getting out of the bed because, whatever, life, coronaviruses, foundations, not to mention any names, wanting to force vaccinate me, my children, and everyone I care and love. No. Another video, but okay, you get my point. To get out of the bed and try to enhance my life force, knowing what we are up for, well, bergamot can do it. Yeah, I mean it. Another one that calms a lot is lavender. Lavender is the famous, beautiful sleep enhancer. And a lot of people have problems sleeping. So try it, go. And it just suits me too. You can have a little bag of lavender flowers underneath your pillow. But if you have white sheets and always clean them in bleach, which you have to do if you have white stuff, clothes or sheets, you're not going to smell lavender. So if you have toxic chemicals, detergent, bleach, softeners, and all that crap that they have sold to us, you are probably not going to get anything out of essential oils, because this is refined medicine now. I call it medicine. What they do, what the smells do, if you really listen and feel, is that they create either happy hormones or stress hormones. If I smell a tiger, boom, I'm gonna run. If it's really close to me, I'll have to turn around and fight. And I'm gonna get all the adrenaline, norepinephrine, and cortisol. Every stress hormone is gonna make sure that I can fight with my arms or my legs, but I will not get any resources to my abdomen. Equally, if I smell something that enhances my curiosity and I want to go there, it will probably be a fruit, or the scent from a flower that needs me as an animal to pollinate. See, we have evolved with nature. So think about it. If you find a steak or another dead corpse and you smell the steak, are you going to eat it? Nah. That's a real good criteria to show you we are not carnivores. We had to invent the fire and do the cooking to be able to even smell it, and hardly then either, because we need to salt and pepper and to be able to like it. That's refining. That's not natural. The olfactic system is 100% natural, but we disturb it. We disturb it with perfumes, with, as I said, the household chemicals. And a way to get healthy is to start to take all those away and try and see how it affects you. I can talk forever about the olfactic system, but now I will show you how we use the herbs that I had in part 1. And it was neem leaves that I have ground up in a powder, and now it has soaked in water. And just to show you how I can use these herbs for not to make an essential oils, because this will come out, the oils, the sap or the juices from the herbs will come out in the water as well. You can either boil it or just put it in cold water, as I've done here. And this neem and papaya is quite strong. I don't need much. I can put it on wounds, like for example I got mosquito bit here, so I will pat it on my chest here and cure my mosquito bites. I can also make a facial and scrub a little bit if I want to get rid of the old skin. Use it as a scrub. And if I have pimples and if I have red spots or other, neem is great. There are many herbs that are great for that, and you can just Google and see what is not too burning. Then you have to have less herbs and more water and pat it on, and the scrubbing effect comes from actually using the herbs itself, not more. I don't need more. Some might need more. Depends on how much makeup you have used and how much dead cells that you have on your face, depending on where you live, dirty air, makeup, as I said, and other chemicals. So good luck. I'm gonna keep this on now for maybe 5 minutes until my skin burns, and mine burns very quickly. I have sensitive skin. I'm a Pitta. That's usually something that Pittas have. So I will respect my nature, my body, and when I feel the burning coming, I will rinse it off in lukewarm water. That's all. And I always remember, use a clean towel to wipe your face. Keep one towel only for your face, not for your hands, not for your body, for your face. Keep it clean, and don't use toxic detergents when you clean it. Okay, good luck. Send me your questions, and I hope you enjoyed this little long 3-part facial and essential oil videos. Bye.